I'm going to share with you the event that we have done for David Michael. I think he's an artist from Joburg. We have done the event in this beautiful church in town where I'm staying. The church called God Seekers. Yeah. So I'm going to be taking you through what we were supplying them, as we are a live music production company. And I'm going to also share the business strategy. These guys from cities, they are using it. And yeah, towards the end, I'll be explaining marketing strategy I've learned after working with them, these guys. Powerful guys. Okay, let's go through. Planning. When you start any event or anything in a business world, or it can be in, I think in everything, even personally, you need to be clear of where you are going in a way. You need to be clear of what you want to achieve. Ne? So most of the time in events, we have a planning. Ne? A planning is just to understand what is the overall goal of the event. What is it that we want to achieve with the event? So how do you do that? How do you find, if let's say you're working with somebody, if it's yours, then you are the one who's going to make it clear. Write it down and understand what is it that what is it that I want to achieve. Do you want to find customers with this thing? Do you want to record content on this thing? Do you want to make sales on this thing? Yes. So normally on the events, what we'll do, we'll meet with the artist or the person who wants to do the event. But on our side, we'll say we'll meet with an artist, né? And then artist will give us the goal, the bigger goal. Wants to tell us, okay, on this event, this is what I want to achieve. This is what I want to achieve. Don't forget that we are a live performance music business. We're working with anyone who wants to achieve their live event. So if maybe you feel like you want to work with us or you want to share some ideas with us, you can comment or you can even give us a thing. Let's go back to the video. And also don't forget to, if let's say on equipment that I've used, if you want to know more about them, I can link, you will find the link in the description. Yeah, thanks. Let's go back to the video. The problem is we were hired by another production company. Is this friend of mine around here who's running the same, almost the same production as my production. So it was him. He was the one that was connecting to the artist, and then it was I think you can say church, him and us. Ne? So we were working under him. So unfortunately, he told us about the event, but he was not that clear. How did I find out is when we were on the event, when we were doing the preparation on the day of the event, because the artist was telling him that, this and that. I think maybe because of the distance, or I'm not sure. Yeah. So unfortunately, we were not clear what is it that this artist wanted to do. So we encounter a lot of problems. So what I can tell you is, if you are not clear when you still start, if before any person you're going to give him any service or a product, understand where is their goal, what is it that they want to achieve, what is that dream outcome, and then immediately you do that, it's going to be easy for you to be able to give him what he wants in a way. Venue, what I can say is we were so lucky because the venue was not far from us. I think it's less than 5 kilometers. Yeah, the venue is the church. It's a beautiful church called God Seekers around where I'm staying. They host beautiful events or on a monthly basis. I think it's a powerful church. Yeah, so the venue was not far from where we were. Good shot for us because we were able to go there to view the venue because normally when we do these things, the difficult part is when you work with somebody that is far, because it needs to be you send each other videos and pictures just to tell each other, no, the venue is going to be like this, and so that you do your own measurements if you are going to supply stage or platforms or things like that. Yeah, but luckily the venue for us was around. On this one, the budget is the master of everything. It's the one that determines how big is going to be your event, how low is going to be your event. So on this one, the budget was not much. It was I think because the event was free, and also we didn't charge them. We didn't charge this friend of ours. It was just say, okay, it's fine. So you can cover the basic costs, for an event like that. And yeah, but we couldn't oversupply or doing something big, because the budget is the one that determines how big we're going to supply. So on this one, we used what we have. We used what we have in house, to really help this a friend of ours. Yeah. Okay. For equipment, we supplied the platform stage. It's 1 by 2 platform stage. I think we supplied almost 8 of them, and then also with Chauvet light slim pair, we also supplied the slim pair lights. The stage, I think the way this guy was the guy was communicating, he said he wants, as we check the guy, he's the guy that performed normally in the middle of the crowd. So he wanted stage to be planted in the middle of the crowd. So yeah, and then after that, I think also even the lights, we did the lights. But on this one, this was trouble. We had a big trouble there. We had a big trouble afterwards when coming to equipment. So what happened is, this guy, he wants to perform in the middle of the crowd. And then when he wants to perform in the middle of the crowd, he's got, I think, close to about extra 2 artists. And then maybe on stage, he's got about close to 6 backing vocal. I'm not sure. I don't remember the number, but I think something like that. So when the first time we went there, when I'm saying we are lucky in terms of the venue, we were lucky. It's because we supplied, I think, 4 platforms, and then after we supplied 4 platforms, the guy called the artist and he said, "Hey, what's happening?" Unfortunately, artist said, "No, that stage is too small." So when I'm saying we are lucky, just imagine if the venue was not around here in Lephalale. If the venue was far away, we were going to be in trouble. That's why I'm saying, in terms of planning is the power. You need to understand. You you reap all the details in planning. Yeah. So unfortunately, I remember even the pastor came. We were talking to the pastor, and he was helping us with sharing ideas, stuff like that. Also, myself, the guy, also the pastor, were sharing some ideas of, no, what about we put it here? If we put it here, they're going to be too small. The problem is the artist was not clear to the guy. So now, also, if this guy is performing with a lot of people, you don't know how big are they. So we were in trouble of putting but at the end of the day, we just said, okay, let's just put this 8, and then the next thing is we'll connect it with the stage that is already there in the church, so that if, let's say, it's got more backing vocal, the artist will be on the stage, and then maybe the backing will be at the back. Because they told us that the band is going to be at the bottom, but the band, we decided to put it at the back, so that and then also the lights. We installed lights. I think when we are done, the trouble that we had was to install the front light, because the venue, okay, it's got some beams on top, but unfortunately those beams, you can't put a sling on top of it. So it was just a disaster that we encountered. I didn't shoot a lot of footages, because I'm still new in this content that I want to share with you of my work that I'm doing in terms of the content. So I'm not good in terms of things, but from now on, I'll make sure that I'm trying to shoot a lot of pictures for you guys, so that we can share this thing. Yeah, so the difficult part was to put the lights for the front, for the face on stage. That was the problem. And again, after we installed the light, in the morning when I come back, I find the light they've changed. Unfortunately, there was a guy that we were working with, which is our friend of ours. He was sharing. Well, now the artist was there, and the artist told him that you must move the lights. So just be careful when you're working with people, because people don't understand why you're putting these lights this way, or why you're doing something this way when you do your job. That's why I'm saying in the planning is the core of everything, because that's where you'll understand the budget, the venue, you'll understand everything. So spend time sitting with your customer and understand him. What is it that he wants? Ne? Because before the event, you'll go up and down and try to change a lot of things. Yeah, so in the morning when we come, we checked, things have changed. But the guy told us, no, I've changed these things because the artist said this and that and that and that. Yeah. And also the other thing is, when you're working inside the church, the difficult part that you're going to encounter is because at church, you got a lot of people that are working there. Some, I'm not saying the guys that I was working with, they were good. But some of the guys that are working at church, they are not really professional into certain things, and they will have the inputs on certain things. But if you just be careful of making sure that you become strong and have a team that knows what they do, and make sure that you tell them this is what, because at the end of the day, your work is the one that is going to find, gives you another work. Ne? Yeah. So those are the difficult things that we encounter. Yeah, let me give you the snip of the show so that you can see what was happening. This guy is a good artist. And after that, I'll share the business strategy that I've learned from this guy, a powerful guy. He's got I don't know him that much, but I enjoyed his performance. Let me share for you just clips of performance.
You're worthy. You're worthy.
Okay, on the artist, let me tell you about the artist. The artist, what they did is they made the show to become free. Yeah? As I'm always saying on my videos for business, like the one that I've shared, I said, give your service or your thing for free just to make sure, to test which one is working, which one is right, before you can charge for something. This guy, I didn't know about him, but he came and gave the event, the performance for free. And then when he gives the performance for free, luckily he's using the church, because church, obviously, you work for God, then churches are free. He said to us, we must register online for a free ticket. Remember, he's capturing your contact details so that he can be able to send you his work afterwards. The second one is he was showcasing. And this guy, I'm telling you, on stage, he's powerful. This guy, he made sure that regardless this is paying, this guy knows the crowd. And the style that I love, I'm going to share it now. The style that I loved is because he's in the center. So I think this guy, who's this guy? I forgot his name, but this guy, he performed in the center. So when the center is where you're going to be able to, it's like you are communicating with somebody. You're bringing people to become friends, You don't perform there on stage where you got VIPs and stuff like that. So this guy, he's so marvelous. But also, his performance is powerful. So the strategy that he used, he made sure that he used free tickets so that he can be able to capture people's contacts, and so that he can be able to sell to them tomorrow. And then the other thing that he used other artists. because me, for this work, for me to be honest, to do this work, I was like, okay, this is going to be good for my company. It was because there was this girl, there's this girl there who is a celebrity. She was into idols. I don't know which year she was there doing idols. Her name is Younger. So she was there. So to be honest, I was attracted by her. Just wanted to hear her on stage. So this guy used other people to make sure that he attracts more. So he's got his people, that the people that knows him. He used other people to so that the church can be packed, so that he can attract more. I'm not sure if I put it well, but this was his marketing strategy. This guy, he's beautiful, but I enjoyed their performance, guys. I enjoyed the performance. The band that they were working with. In terms of the band was powerful. The band, you must know that if you don't work with a good band, that will enhance your performance. You are on a thing. People, they compromise on the band. They'll tell you, no, it's fine. I'll have this and this. Guys, we are recording some other work here. You're doing mixing and stuff like that. You'll hear this kind of music. You won't even like to mix. The band needs to be there. The band for this guy was this guy. I'm telling you guys, he's a business himself. He's a business himself. Not saying about the churches. I know people, they will say, no, he's working for God. That one we understand. We don't want to talk about that. But I'm talking about his business strategy. This guy is very powerful. He's very powerful. And yeah, so this was the things I think that I've learned from this performance that we have done. And otherwise, I enjoyed the performance. I enjoyed the church, the venue. Otherwise, the venue is beautiful. So there's a lot of things that I enjoyed there, even though, yeah, there were some of the things that you find them or you encounter them when you do the events. But I'll share more of the type of job that I'm doing so that you can see. Cheers.